Welcome, guys. Welcome back to my podcast. Yeah. And today we are going to be talking about Bold and the Beautiful. Yeah. And we are going to be talking about we're going to be talking about Bold and the Beautiful and its anti-LGBTQ stories going on. I have to say this might be my shortest podcast. I don't really have much to say about this other than you know, there's not many characters out there. But anyway, yeah. Please subscribe, turn the notification, click the bell beside you. Anyway, let's jump. So, as you're aware, Bold and the Beautiful doesn't really have many LGBTQ representation. And it's kind of like, well, where's all the gays on this show? Where's all the lesbians? Where's all the bisexuals? Where's all the trans? We had one trans girl. I think I found out that Caroline was a lesbian or something. They went about it a really weird way. It's like, oh, shit, this is my partner. And then they kind of just, like, forgot that story. It's like, no, we're not going to bring that story up because that's a shame on our show. Who cares? We don't care about LGBTQ. They kind of like, yeah. I think there was another scene with Felicia that was like, she apparently was talking about a girl. And then that never went anywhere. It's like, no, don't mention it, please. But we did have a trans girl. But the thing is, though, she didn't come off as trans. They didn't they just said, oh, yeah, she's trans. She didn't even look trans. They didn't even give us a trans actor. Not that I really care. They don't have to, but I don't know. They didn't dive into that. That was a bit, stupid. It's just, this show it doesn't actually have much diversity either. Like, they more focus on diversity, obviously, than they do of LGBTQ. But, like, again, with diversity, it's the same thing. Might as well just talk about diversity. Like, we got Carter, we got Paris. I think she left the show. There was Zoe before. There's been a couple. We had those two black guys in the 90s, and then they kind of just never mentioned them again. Kevin and what was his name? Keith? Was it Keith? I think it was Keith. Kevin and Keith. They'll never ever mention ever again. They don't even explain what happened to them too. But I've noticed that they don't focus on LGBTQ very well. Diversity too either. They don't focus on that very well either. But yeah, they have Luna, who's apparently Asian, which is a little bit more interesting. But they don't have enough LGBTQ, and it really annoys me. Like, you could bring anybody. I feel like Brooke could be a bisexual character. I don't think you should make her, date anybody. Like, I don't think she should be dating Taylor or any of these other people. But I do think, she should be an LGBTQ. I think that Wyatt looks like he would be an awesome gay character. I think that, maybe, I think Oliver would have. I think Zende looks like it would be a good LGBTQ character. That's just my opinion, who I would think would be gay. Lesbians, I think Brooke would be bisexual. I couldn't see Taylor I could just see her being straight. Same as Ridge. Couldn't see anybody else being gay. I probably could see Felicia being a lesbian. Like, Stephanie's, like, daughter. She could be a lesbian. I guess you could make Karen a lesbian. She was a lesbian. Even though they came on it condescendingly. They're like, yeah, she's my partner. Yeah, I fell in love with a girl. It's embarrassing, I know. It's like, what? It's not embarrassing. It's who you are. Accept who you are. Love who you want to love. Like, But they don't do that. It's like, oh, yeah, yeah. Let's make this person straight again. Who cares? We don't care about LGBTQ, just like we don't care about diversity. We have to have it in there because, the public wants us to, the studio production bloody who's in charge of Bold and the Beautiful? Is it Is it the CBS? I think it's the CBS in charge of Bold and Beautiful. They're probably like, you need to throw some black characters in there at least. Yeah, we're okay. Like, seriously, there are like soap operas that already have like LGBTQ characters. Like in Days of Our Life, there's a couple of LGBTQ characters already on there. There was like two main gay guys that were on there. Like I think Marlena's grandson or something, Sammy's son or whatever, he was like gay or something. There's a couple other gay characters. There's lesbians on that show. Like you can just like, it does not every character has to be like gay or not. It's not like Heartstopper. You don't have to make everybody gay. But like, at least have something there. You don't, it just feels like this show doesn't progress towards anything. It just like, I could see some characters being like, not all characters. I couldn't see Finn or Liam or Hope or that. I couldn't see Steffi being, LGBTQ. Who else could have been LGBTQ? Could have had Macy. I could see her being a lesbian or bisexual. Darla, I could see Darla being a lesbian. 100%. I could see her being a lesbian. Couldn't see Sally being a lesbian. I could see her being a very spontaneous woman, but not a lesbian. Just anything. I don't know. Throw some, like, you don't have to have every character labeled. Like, this is the non-binaries, this is the trans, but just something. Like, this show feels like, what's the next character gonna be? Straight again? Like, oh yeah, Liam straight, Brooke straight, Hope straight, Finn straight, Steffi straight, Tal straight, Bridget straight, Eric straight, Stephanie straight, Sally straight, everybody's straight on this show. Like, even the trans girl was straight. It's like, like, just do something with the characters. I'm very happy that the Brooke and Taylor thing didn't become a thing. I thought it was going to become a thing. I mean, it would have been kind of good because they have LGBTQ, but that would have been weird because they're sworn enemies, so you don't put them together. But I would have, like, I don't know. There's so many girls that attack one another and so many guys attack one another. It's hard to put people in which spot. I don't know. Just anything. Like anything. I guess not Brad. Is it William Bell? You know why I get Brad very mixed up? Because I'm thinking about Charmed. Oh my God. Brad Kern. No. William Bell. You need to think of something. Like, you can't be writing like this. You can't keep continuing on. And then in the next decade, in 2030 or whatever, there's still no LGBTQ. You can't continue to do that. Because people are going to question, people are going to be like, what is this show? Why isn't there any straight? Like, there are so many LGBTQ representation going on. Like, even like Young and the Restless is barely anything either. I think because it's written by the same person. I swear to God, it's written by the same person. But there's not, it just frustrates me. Like, nothing, not one character. I'm just... Brooke's son. He could... Tom, you know what? I could see Thomas being gay. I could see Thomas being gay as well. But, or bisexual. Doesn't have to be gay. But just anything. But they don't. And they never will, probably. Who knows? Maybe down the line, let's give us hope. I have no idea how old William Bell. He's probably, one of those people that don't believe in LGBTQ, so would not be surprised. Hopefully when he dies and there's a new writer on the show, hopefully they'll bring LGBTQ. So, who knows. Anyway, yeah, like I said, it'd be a short podcast. Anyway, please subscribe, turn the notification, click the bell beside you. I love you guys. Bye.